Nuclear Chemistry, The Atomic Bomb by Caitlin Kiernan. Here's a little bit of history about the atomic bomb. The history of the atomic bomb began as the discovery of atoms democratics, known as the father of atoms. As centuries went by, scientists discovered more and more about chemistry. It wasn't until 1934 when the concept of nuclear power began by bombarding uranium with slow neutrons to create new elements. In 1938, fission of the uranium was discovered by the German scientists Dr. Otto Hahn and Dr. Fritz Strassmann. During World War II, President Roosevelt created a uranium committee to further the atomic bomb's efforts. On December 2, 1942, the first successful, self-sustaining chain reaction occurred. After this, the element U-235 was discovered. Due to this discovery, the Oakland plant was created for diffusion of the element. Another plant was also constructed for the production of the plutonium used in the bomb. From 1942 to 1945, work on the bomb became more and more successful. On July 16, 1945, in Alamogordo, New Mexico, the first atomic bomb, called Trinity, was tested. While all of this was occurring, the Manhattan Project was underway. The Manhattan Project was a secret project created in late 1941 to create the atomic bomb before the German does, successfully creating two bombs called Fat Man and Little Boy. These bombs were later used in two locations in Japan. On August 6, 1945, Little Boy was dropped on Hiroshima, killing over 100,000 people. With this success, another bomb called Fat Man was dropped August 9, 1945 on Nagasaki, killing another 80,000 people. Since then, there has been no nuclear bombs used in the world. A nuclear reaction is a change in the characteristics of an atomic nucleus when bombarded by energetic particles. That can be cause of radioactive decay, fusion, and also fission. Some of the chemicals of the atomic bomb included uranium-238, which had 146 neutrons and 92 protons, uranium-235, which had 143 neutrons and 92 protons, and plutonium-239, which was man-made, and that had 145 neutrons and 94 protons. And then this is how to prepare the uranium. So when preparing the uranium for the atomic bomb, it's a delicate procedure, as both the U-238 and U-235 was very similar in chemical properties and magnetic variances. It's hard to tell them apart. The only difference discovered between these two chemicals is U-235 weighs only 2% less than 238. To separate the two elements, it must go through a series of diffusions. There's two types of diffusions that can be used. As the picture shows, a gaseous diffusion is one option. For this to work, the element goes through 40,000 stages to reach 99% U-235 separation. In this process, the element is placed in a tube. The elements are placed in a tube. The tube has a small compartments off of the sides, and also a barrier allowing for the U-235, which is the lighter chemical, to disperse while the heavier chemical goes completely through the tube. And so during this process, the U-235 was pushed into the lower pressure areas after high pressure was pumped into the tube. The other diffusion process included centrifuge. And this process would seem a little bit simpler, but it was actually much harder. The machines had to be made perfectly. If they did not, then it could destroy the sample and the machine itself. And this is the little boy that was dropped in Hiroshima. And this is the Fat Man, which was dropped in Nagasaki. Thank you. Have a good day.